Welcome to our class for today. We are taking business studies. In our previous class, we discussed about different types of banks we have in Nigeria. And today, we are going to talk in-depthly about commercial banks. The other time we discussed about banks, commercial banks were one of those banks we discussed about. We talk about development bank, merchant bank, microfinance bank, and a host of others. Today we are going to concentrate majorly on commercial banks. We are focusing on two key areas: services of a commercial bank and then ethical issues in the banking sector. What are some of those functions that commercial banks carry out? What are those things that they do for us, their customers? What are those things they do for us, the general public? I will discuss 8 of them in this class. The functions are many. You can get up to 14, but I'm concentrating on just 8. The first one is that they accept fixed deposit or time deposit. Fixed deposit or time deposit has to do with deposit you keep in a bank with a particular time in view for withdrawal. Fixed deposit can be 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, as the case may be, depending on what you wish. An interest is paid on these deposits because the money becomes part of the bank running cash. They can use it to give out loans, so they bring returns on deposit for you or return on investment for you. So they carry out this activity, accept fixed deposit or time deposit. Savings bank deposit. We have savings account, we have current account. For savings account, commercial bank accepts this kind of account because you deposit your money and at withdrawal you can go and withdraw it, but you have a limit you can take from such account. And because it is limited to a particular amount, most times charges are charged on savings account sometimes. But if you leave it over time without you taking the money for a period of time, you can grow interest on it. Then current account too, there is no limit to how much you can withdraw sometimes, unless on extreme case of government regulation that a particular amount is bounded by a current account. That is what you can take daily. But you can take more in current account than you do in savings account. Commercial bank carry out such activities. One major area again is that they give out loans. They give out loans. Loans to business people or business individuals to carry out small scale business, large scale business, to carry out big projects. So they give out loans, and these loans, interest are charged on the loans per month, annually, biannually, depending on your agreement with your bank. Allowing overdraft, that's to say you will take more than what you have in your account and thereafter you can repay. But for your overdraft, that which you take more than what you are in your account, interest is charged on that money. So depending on the goodwill you have made with the bank, the name you've made with the bank, your status with the bank, or your status with the bank, you can be given overdrafts. Undertake payment for customers. We have our ATM card where you can use to purchase things. You know, with physical cash, but with that debit to credit card you have, you can buy from anybody. And sometimes they do interbank transfers for us. They do payments for us. even without going to the customer or going to the customer's bank. They just undertake payment for us, deduct it from our own account. They do that. In this era of digital things, we see that interbank transfer, online banking, they are just thriving well because they undertake payment. These banks undertake payment on behalf of their customers. Referees. Sometimes the banks refer individuals. They require somebody that have a minimum amount of money in his account, or a bank that will refer the person based on the status of his account or whatever is required, and the bank deem it fit to give you a referral. The bank can be a referral. Sometimes in international trade, foreign trade, the bank can serve as a referral for you. Letters of credit. For those merchants, that travelers that goes abroad, they can give them letters of credit to tell them the minimum amount they can give to this individual that they can pay them because they have substantial amount in their account. So they give letters of credit. Then discount bills. There's something we call bill of exchange. It's a form of central bank loan that individual loan to the central bank. They have percentage rate on these bills, and their maturation date differs. Some matures for 90 days, 120 days, depending on your choice. And maybe you are in need of money, you can take it to commercial banks and they discount these bills for you. They will not buy it with a face value. There will be a discount rate at which the commercial bank discounts these bills. So these are some of the services that the commercial banks carry out for us. They run savings, current, fixed deposit or time deposit accounts for us. They give out loan, they give us overdrafts, they give us letters of credit, they undertake payments on behalf of their customers, they discount bill. That is to say, they do things connected to our financial status. Things that connect to our money and our relationship with the bank. So commercial bank does all this. Now, having seen the services of commercial banks to us, we want to identify some ethical issues in banking that we have to know so that we know our rights from our wrong, and we know when our rights are trampled on. So let's see the second area we want to cover in this class: ethical issues in banking. Next is identify ethical issues in banking. Ethical issues. What are those things that the bank have to do, and those things they don't have to do? The do's and don'ts. Let's see some of these issues as we discuss this topic. Number one, banks should keep all financial matters of individuals confidential. Whether you know the person down to his house or her house, you don't reveal his financial status, even if you are his accounting officer, or even if you work in a bank and you know his financial strength. You don't go broadcast it out there in the public or in the world. The second one is bank officials must keep customers' accounts. They must keep customers' accounts accurately. They must keep accurate record of customers' accounts. There should not be mistake. Thank God for this era of digitalization, where everything can be done via a computer. Unlike when there was the use of big journals, there might be errors of omission, commission, typographical error, writing error, and the rest of them. But now, the errors are minimal. Don't deliberately give an inaccurate record or keep inaccurate record for personal gain. Then the third one is officials of bank must avoid stealing from the bank. Because you've worked in the bank and you know shortcuts on how you can access customers' money or access bank's money, officials in the bank should not steal from the bank. It's an ethical behavior they have to uphold. If not, that is a big criminal offense. Cashiers should not steal from customers. Those who give us money at the counter, count money. They should not deliberately remove money. Sometimes you see bundles of 100,000, 50,000. You might not have the patience to be in the counter there to count your money. For some persons take their pain to do that. Don't deliberately, as a cashier, remove money from customers' money, because that is stealing from the customers. Unless in rare cases of error. But if it is deliberation, it's an offense. Banks should adhere to government regulation. Any regulation that the government set out to govern any of these banks, the banks should uphold to it. No bank should in any way go against the government regulation. They must adhere and abide by the regulation provided by the government. Banks should not give false reports to the government in cases of transaction, in cases of an individual financial status, in cases of any information that requires the financial statement of an individual. They should not give misleading or false statement of a customer's financial status. They should come out clear as it is and give the government clear picture. They should be transparent while dealing with the government. They should not be cover up for customers' financial crime. There are laws governing the banks. And so anybody that commit financial crime in case of embezzlement or in case of defrauding others, the bank don't have to cover up for the individual. They need to tell the true state of the individual financial status to ascertain the degree of offense in case of criminal activities. All documents relating to criminal activity must be made available to the appropriate agency. Is it EFCC? Is it the police? Is it the courts? Any agency that requires the financial statement of a customer, of an individual, the bank is banded to give out such. So these are ethical issues in the banking sectors. These are ethical issues in the banking sectors. So this is our business study class for today. Thank you for being part of our class today. In our next class, we'll discuss other things that concerns our financial or our business management. Thank you.